Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a quick battle in the Spitfire Mark 5C today. Well, not really a quick battle. It's like a 9 minute, 10 minute battle. I don't know. Fighting the Russians here at altitude. I've already found a couple of targets here, and scanning, scanning, for targets, looking for more planes or Russian planes to show up. I really don't like fighting the Russians, especially. Oh, who the fuck does like fighting the Russians? Like seriously, who actually enjoys going against the Russians? Like it's usually never a actual good battle. Usually the Russians just kind of win by a fucking landslide. But positives are, I guess. So I bought the Spitfire out. Uh, having a love-hate relationship with the plane lately. It's on a good day I can manage 2 to 4 kills, maybe, if I guess try hard, or maybe put the plane in the maybe if I put the plane in the right area where it needs to be. Usually, sometimes I actually ended up climbing for too long, and then by the time I managed to turn into the battle, half the team is either dead or half the enemy team is either dead. So sometimes I manage to just get it just right, to where I can engage enemies right when my team starts to engage and still have that altitude advantage that I need to actively engage. So flipping the plane over, I think it's LA9 that I engage. And right here, I get a critical strike. I take off his right aileron, and he's going down. He's going down. He's got very bad controlled damage to his left wing, to a right wing, and I'm not all in favor of chasing or giving up all this beautiful altitude just to chase one guy down. There's more fighters coming up at altitude. There's a Yak 3 actually approaching here, right there. I start to engage him. Uh, trying to keep the throttles regulated so that I don't snap the wings here. I believe the wing snap speed for this is about 750, but no matter, put the shots through, and I snap the whole control surface off the right. I believe it's the left wing. I'm not sure. Yeah, left wing, I believe. Off that Yak 3, he's going in, and that'll be the second kill of the match. After I try to get this other Yak that showed up by pulling aileron rolls, but don't really get him. That, and managed to rip the wings off. Managed to rip the flaps off of her completely. Forgot to try reset the flaps while doing the aileron looping maneuvers. But that was my fault. Newbie mistake. It happens. Wow. While it does kind of hinder performance, it's not gonna hinder performance enough to make me want to return to base. There's still like one enemy aircraft left, so I have full confidence in my skills. To be honest, even if I didn't have those aileron flaps, I probably would have needed it if I was alone, because I definitely would have needed those flaps to outmaneuver pretty much anything that would have been Russian. Um, but seeming as how I had the majority of my team on my side, I really wasn't too worried about um, getting into a close-in knife fight and not being able to outmaneuver my opponent, because um, most likely, if I would have gotten into a turning fight that way, uh, it would have left him vulnerable for my teammates. So, Last plane's been spotted, or last two planes been spotted. That one's been taken down. There's another one that's a bomber at distance. And right here, I'm gonna pull up. I pull up the damage chat to see, because right here, in a minute, I get set, like my Spitfire just burst into flames out of complete nowhere. Don't know where it really came from. It just kind of popped up, and nothing popped up in the battle chat. I initially thought I got hit by flak, but in game there was no flak sound. There was nothing shooting at me. The nearest enemy plane was like across the map, and the nearest friendly plane that could have shot me for friendly fire was facing the complete opposite direction. And it was a good 2 or 3 kilometers, or like 20 or 30 kilometers behind me. So that plane gets engaged, and I could have probably snuck in a sneaky little snipe had I paid a little bit more attention there. No need. The plane gets taken out. My bad for the mistake. There's actually 3 enemy planes left. Now the last that was one of the last that was one take is what I'm doing. That was the last enemy fighter. The last one is off in the distance. I actually have a bead on him. I have a bead on his dot, but in a second you'll see what I was talking about. So we're all searching for the enemy plane here. As the last one left alive, we're asking people in chat if anybody has a flying hunt order. Because you know how War Thunder bombers do after the last one left. They like to run for the stars. And kind of just keep going and draw the match out and either win it by ground forces or have it be a draw. But in any second now, I'm kind of scanning around, just looking around. I'm calm. I probably did let my guard down a little bit too much right now because there's only one plane left. But the only reason I did it is because the nearest enemy plane was far, far away, and as you can see, there's not even a friendly plane near me. And right there, my plane just burst into flames, and nothing appears in chat. Out of scenic nowhere, the plane just kind of erupts. Now I guess this was a kind of safe, a good but bad situation, considering that even considering, you know, the bad situation was obviously my plane just, you know, up and burst in flames out of nowhere. Don't know how that happened, but I guess the good thing is that I was actually high enough altitude, but close enough to my runway that I actually could have glided back to base if I needed to. Good thing is that I don't need to. The last bomber actually gets taken out while I'm actually on my way back to base. That actually could have been that actually could have been a game-changing situation had I been the last player alive. Had I been the last player alive, that might have actually been a win for the enemy team, considering that all the enemy bomber had to do was hover over me and kind of spray me with gunfire. In fact, my plane was actually so riddled with damage that I lost the gears. I would have had to soft landing and probably if he would have took out my pilot, he probably could have killed me very easily. There's holes in the canopy, and yeah, so that's about it.